Hey everyone, it's Catherine from 85th and Pine, and in today's video I'm going to do a 1-year review of our Thunder laser. Okay, so we've had our Thunder Nova 35 100 watt for just over a year now, and I want to point out a couple things before I head over to the machine and show you a little bit about that. So first off, their customer service. They have amazing customer service. I've contacted them a handful of times throughout the year just for basic questions. I've had a couple minor issues, mostly just I needed a new air compressor at one point. That wasn't a problem at all. And then at the 11-month mark, I did have a laser power supply issue. It just went out, so I had to get a new laser power supply. Luckily, it was within the warranty, so I didn't have to pay for it, but they were very helpful on how to replace it. I had no idea what we were going to do, how we were going to replace it ourselves, but obviously they have directions for everything. So they gave us directions. My husband, Brandon, replaced it really with no issue at all, and it's been running great since. So really no complaints about that. They are very easy to talk to. The customer service team that I deal with is US based because I'm in the United States. So that's really nice because I can contact them and get a fairly quick response. I've gotten responses within 2 to 3 hours maximum, which is really not long at all. So you don't have to wait, days or even weeks to get a response from somebody. So that's really nice. And they're very professional, always have answers. So I do highly recommend them, even just based off of their customer service. Another thing I really like about Thunder Laser is the dependability of the machine itself. So the machine is very durable. It's really well made. You can tell just by the parts that it comes with. And we've moved it from house to house within the last year and down a flight of 15 to 20 steps. So it's very durable. We had a moving company do that for us because it is a very heavy machine. So if you're doing something like that, highly recommend getting a moving company to do that for you. But they made it look super easy getting it down that flight of stairs with no problem. And that's what's nice about it, is that it can fit through a standard size doorway. So you don't have to, you do have to take a piece apart to do that, but other than that, it can fit right through. So that's really nice. You can put it where you need to put it. And also, we've run this machine, I don't know how many hours, I couldn't even tell you, throughout the last year, but we've run it so long. We've had days, even weeks actually, where we've run it 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week for weeks at a time, straight, and have had no issues with that. So that's really nice. It could probably honestly run longer than that, but we have to sleep at some point, so we cut it off at the 12-hour mark on most days that we're working really long. So that's really nice. We haven't had any burnout issues, or it's not overheating or anything like that. So that's super, super helpful. And the material that we've cut on it, mostly we cut 1/8 inch material, 1/4 inch material, but the thickest material we have cut on it is 1/2 inch material, maple plywood from Home Depot, and it hasn't given us really any issues with that. So that's really nice that it can cut that thick of a material. Like I said, mostly we do 1/8 and 1/4, but it's nice to have the option to cut even thicker material as well. So customer service, dependability are two huge factors on this machine, and we are so happy with it thus far. So let's go ahead and head over to the machine, and I will show you around, especially if you're not familiar with the machine itself. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here is our Thunder Nova 35 100 watt laser. As I said before, you can fit this through a standard size doorway. We do have a separate video on that if you are interested. But I'm just going to briefly go through this machine and show you just a little bit about it. First, I'm going to head over to the back of the machine here where the laser tube sits. So keys come with this machine to open some different doors that's on the machine itself. As you can see, there's a keyhole right there. I already unlocked it, so I will just go ahead and open this for you and show you. This is where the laser tube sits. So this is really nice. I wanted to point out it's away from any other parts of the machine. It doesn't sit inside the machine and get dirty, so it's really nice that it's away from everything. So if you ever have any issues with this, this is something you would contact customer service about. But like I said, we had a problem at the 11-month mark with our laser power supply and had no problems getting a replacement. It was super easy. So very happy about that. So I will just go ahead and close that up. And the next thing, since we're back here in the back of the machine, down here is our air compressor. That I did have to get replaced once or twice, but again, no problems whatsoever. Very easy to disconnect and reconnect, so no problems with that. Right here is the exhaust. We have this 6-inch hose that is going out through our wall up here to the top of our ceiling. So it comes with this fan right here that is a stock fan that it came with, and I did buy these hoses just to upgrade it a little bit more, but that's what's going on back here. And then on the side right here we have our water chiller. So this just turns on and off right here, so if this is not on, your machine is not gonna properly work. So this is something I really don't have to mess with too much. This is where we put in the distilled water, and I've only had to pour it in probably once or twice so far since we've had it. So I really don't have to mess with it too much. And then over here we have some air assist controls. This is for cutting and engraving. So if you're cutting, you're gonna want high air. If you're engraving, you want low air. So this is where you would adjust that as well. And then we have down below here, you see some other doors. You can access the crumb tray through here and clean it if you need to, so that's really nice. It slides right out and you can slide it right back in. Now, please don't mind the dirtiness of our machine. We've been running it quite a bit the last several weeks, and just in the middle of a lot of different things going on right now, so we have not cleaned it yet recently, so just don't mind that if you don't mind. But right here we have our laser arm, and we have the laser head itself. These are just pins that I use for the material when we pin down our warped material. But the laser head is right here, and we do clean this frequently, the lens inside here. There's also a mirror, if you could see right inside there, that needs cleaned frequently, and one more mirror on the side right over here. But this comes with a standard 2-inch lens. Now you can also upgrade and buy a 4-inch lens that you can use for deeper cuts if that's something you plan to do. We only use the 2-inch lens, and it has worked perfectly fine for us with really no problems at all. So that's what we use there. And let's go over to the side right here. Oh, and it also has an autofocus right here. So if your material, you lay it on your bed, and it kind of autofocuses based off of the height of your material. And this bed, if you don't know already, it does raise up and down, so you can place big objects in here to engrave, say a box or something like that. So that's really nice about this machine as well. And then over here we have our emergency stop button, so you can obviously hit that if you need to shut it down immediately. We've done that a few times just because we started a cut that we just didn't mean to start, and just wanted to stop it right away, so we just hit that. This is also a nozzle that you can use for engraving. It has a wider opening to it than the other nozzle. So this is something you use more for engraving and stuff like that. And then it has the alarm right there where it beeps on and off as well. And then we have our control panel right here where you can operate pretty much whatever you need. I do a lot of the operation through LightBurn, which is the software app that you can sign in to use with the system. So we use both the control panel and LightBurn, but it just kind of depends what your preference is on that as well. So that's pretty much the gist of the machine itself. It's definitely different than a desktop laser, But for an industrial size laser, this is definitely one of the best ones out there in my opinion, just because of its durability, its dependability, and like I said earlier, the customer service. But the machine itself is a workhorse, and it works really, really well for us in our business. All right, so that sums up the 1 year review. Overall, I would highly recommend Thunder Laser. If I had to do it all over again, I would go with Thunder again for an industrial size laser, just because of the success we've had with it and the very minor issues we've had. So super happy with it this far. So if you are interested in getting a Thunder laser yourself, if this is the right decision for you and your business, there is a link in the description box below on who you can contact to get more options. They can help you out with pricing and stuff like that. So go ahead and click on that link if you're interested to contact someone about Thunder Laser. As always, you can reach out to me with any questions you might have, and I can answer them the best I can. And please like and subscribe for future content, and we will see you in the next video.